Hello, my name is Fiset-Algarvio, and here is my Rotary BCD Switch project. For this project, there are only a few basic components: a 7-segment display and a digital 16-position Rotary BCD dip switch, or a rotary switch for short, and of course the Arduino. And so the rotary bit switch has a total of 16 different positions in which it can be on, which would give a total of 16 different possible outputs of values that go out through the 4 pins on each side of the rotary switch. So what the circuit does is that it takes the value that the switch is on, and it displays that value onto the 7-segment display in hex, where the numbers can go from 0 all the way to F. And if the rotary switch were to change to a new value, so like if it were turned in one way, then the number on the 7-segment display would change with it. So I'm going to demonstrate. So right now it's at 0, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, or well, in a hex 10 is A, and then it just keeps going. So B, C, D, E, and F, and it also goes the other way too. So I can continue on all the way to whatever number I want. Here is the code for the rotary switch. So over here I had the assembler code so that it uses assembler correctly. I have port D and port B pins set, and then I have port D pins set up to output and port B pins set up to input. I have an array here so that these values would be the hex values to be displayed on the 7-segment display in the array. Over here I have in the setup loop, or in the setup, sorry, I have the array set up so that it can be used later on, and then I have the port D pins set to output, and then the port B pins set to input. 7-segment display for output, and the rotary switch for the input. And then at the bottom here, so is the loop, so that repeats forever. So what happens in the loop is that it takes in that value from the rotary switch, it turns that value into a number, and then it sets up the array to be used. It finds the correct line to use according to the value. So if it was 14, it would take E, because E is 14, so it would be that value. It gets that value ready, and then puts it into a register, which is register 19, and then it outputs it, and then the bottom line, last one, outputs to the 7-segment display to be valued, and that repeats forever and ever. And if it were to change, it would notice that, so port B would change. It would change to that new number, and then go through the process, and then officially change to that new number. So that's my circuit. Thanks for watching.